Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, today we continue our trip through multiplication land. You were asked to do these three problems when you came in the room. Many of you followed that direction. Some of you had to leave because your teeth were falling out, but that's okay. That's okay. So we're going to go over these problems. I'm going to show the estimate. I'm going to show how to break it up and do it. And then I'm going to show you the standard algorithm for each and every one of them. We are nearing our end of our multiplication unit, so hopefully we're starting to understand it. So there's our problem. I always write them vertically because I don't want them written horizontally because they're confusing if they're written horizontally, and I can't do them written horizontally. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to estimate. Now my estimate's just kind of giving me an idea what my answer will be near. So I'm going to change 875 to 900. I'm going to change 39 to 40. Now I have these three zeros. Since they're trailing, they're going to work, and I'm just going to move them straight down. And then 4 times 9 is?
32.
36.
I messed up.
So my answer should be somewhere in the ballpark of 36,000. If you did this problem and you didn't get an answer somewhere close to 36,000, then you may want to go back and re-look at it. Now we're going to break apart the second factor. So we're going to have 875 times 9 and 875 times 30. The 9 and the 30 come from that second factor. I just took the number 39, broke it apart into ones and tens. That way I'm only multiplying by one digit at a time. So all I have to do is I have to know my multiples of 9 and my multiples of 3. Again, as I've said 4,286 and a half times, you only need to know one digit by one digit multiplication, ever. 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 This has 3 digits times 2 digits, but you don't need to know. I don't want to see somebody writing down 875 and adding them together 39 times. If you can read a multiplication chart, you can do this. 9 is in the ones place, so I'm multiplying it by 9. The 9 is staying in the ones place. 9 times 5 is?
45. 45.
9 times 7?
63.
Plus 4?
67.
67. I'm trusting y'all. I'm not doing the math. I'm just doing what you say.
Got it.
9 times 8?
72.
Plus 6?
78.
78. All right, now I've got a 0 in my ones place. That means I'm going to start my multiplication in my tens place. That means the first number in my product needs to be in the tens place. That is why that 0 is there. 3 times 5?
15.
15.
3 times 7?
21.
22.
Plus 1?
22.
3 times 8?
24.
Plus 2?
26.
26. So that's 26,250. Now, let's look over here, and I'm going to do it the standard way and show you why the breaking it apart way works. Because if I do the standard way, 9 times 5 is?
45.
9 times 7?
63.
Plus 4?
67.
9 times 8?
72.
Plus 6?
78.
78. Which is exactly what I got over here. I'm just making it so it's not all cattywampus together. Spreading it out a little bit. Now, since I'm done with my ones place, I'm now moving on to my tens place. I have to have a 0 in that ones place. Let's go 3 times 5.
15.
Carry the 1. 3 times 7.
21.
Plus 1.
22.
22. 3 times 8.
24.
Plus 2.
26.
26. That's where this came from. So you're doing the same thing. You're just doing it all together. If you want to break it apart, you can do it breaking apart. But you're getting that, you're just adding them together. Making sure you line up the place values. Making sure you don't forget about this 0 because you're starting in your tens place. That's where I see a lot of mistakes. Yes, sir.
The 6 is supposed to be with the 2.
26,250. 26,250. No, we're right. That's 12, 10, 11, 14, 34,125, which is close to our estimate of 36,000. Now we have 5 4/10 times 3 1/10. It's real important to estimate with decimals. Because if I change 5 4/10 to 5, 3 1/10 to 3, what is my estimate?
15.
15. My answer needs to be somewhere near 15. If your answer is not somewhere near 15,
Let's go.
then we've done something wrong. So now when I solve it, I rewrite it, ignoring the decimal points. So I'm going to pretend like this problem is 54 times 31. I'm going to pretend like it's 54 times 31. And I need to pay attention to the decimal points until I'm all the way done here. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 5 is 5. Done with my ones place. Jumping into my tens place. So I have to put the 0 in the ones place so I don't actually accidentally write there. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1 is 16. 4, 7, 6, 1. See, now what I want you to notice is if I just brought my decimal point down, if I had it here, you would bring it down and you'd get 167 4/10. That is why I don't write it when I'm doing the actual work. And then I go back and I count. 1 number, 2 numbers behind my decimal point. There needs to be 2 numbers behind my decimal point in the answer. Estimating tells me my answer is pretty close to my estimate. So that's helpful also of where to place the decimal point. I mean, if you made it 1.674, that wouldn't make any sense. If you made it 167.4, that wouldn't make any sense. Not with our estimate. That's why the estimating is so important. 923 times 61. I'm going to estimate 900 times 60. I can take those 3 zeros, I can bring them straight down here. My ones, my tens, my hundreds will be zeros. 9 times 6 is 54. My answer needs to be somewhere near 54,000. Somewhere near 54,000. Now I can break it apart. I have 923 times 1. 923 times 60. $923 times 1 is 923. Man, you guys did that in your head?
So hard.
Amazing.
So hard.
This 0, because I'm starting in my tens place, that 0 has to hold the ones place. 6 times 3 is
18.
18.
6 times 2 plus 1.
13.
6 times 9
54.
plus 1.
55.
55. Now I can add these two together. The problem I'm seeing in my first class is not lining up the place values correctly.
That's what I did.
So start with the one with the most digits so that you line up the numbers correctly. You start with the one with the smallest digits. It's going to make you all cattywampus. So 3, 10, 13, 6, 5, 56,303 if I did it right. I'm taking these videos and I'm putting them on the Classroom of Google.
Yay.
So there's a whole bunch of videos from yesterday and today and the day before on the Classroom of Google where it says multiplication videos. So if you have questions, you can always look there and watch one of those videos. If you have a multiplication chart, as long as we're not taking one of those stupid state tests, you can use the multiplication chart on assignments or tests in my class, unless it's that stupid state test. Boom! Shakalaka, peace out, God bless, love you, do something kind today, save the bee.